Hello everybody and welcome back to the 2018 Finnish Nationals Back 9. I'm here with Pasi Koivu, two-time Finnish champion, and Pasi, things are starting to heat up here on this Back 9.
Oh, indeed. This is the part of the course that will bite you if you're not ready. I just can't tell how I felt on the first day when I played the front 9 1 down and the back 9 10 over.
Yeah, you'll be reaching for your fairway drivers, mid-ranges, just to make sure that you stay in the fairway on this back 9. So Leo has a 6-stroke lead over the rest of the field right now. I think he's probably liking his chances at the moment, but this back 9 is super exciting, like we do say. So hole 10, par 3, 400 feet, 122 meters. There's out of bounds down the entire left side, and the right side being just really thick with trees. So really the goal is to throw a shot that kind of hugs the right side, ideally getting down, but making sure that you don't kick left.
Yeah, if you kick left, you get OB. If you get right, you get the worst rough you have seen. So this hole, I just can't express how I feel about it, and there you see how it bites you.
That's not really the start to the back 9 that Leo's looking for. And Janne's kind of overcorrecting on Leo, but he did pull it down the right side, and that rough it's not very nice. What I liked, Saku right here, he's throwing a forehand, which I like because it finishes on the right side and he gets enough distance, which if you hit a tree, the way the rotation of the disc works, it's going to be a much lower chance of you kicking left to the out of bounds.
Yeah, and if you get way to the right, you can actually play behind those pine trees. There's a gap that you can use, but you got to get lucky first.
Leo with his famous sidearm DD from a really difficult position, and he puts it inside the circle, which is a really phenomenal shot from where he was at. Väinö looking to do about the same thing. He might have got a little bit more distance than Leo, and he has a little bit more open of a look.
Väinö doesn't use his forehand that much, so as you can see, he had to throw that. There was no other option.
So Janne has enough room to reach out, but he finds himself outside of circle 1. And Saku from close enough to give it a bit of a run.
He's actually looking for a birdie. He's going to get a par, and that's just what you actually want. If you get a birdie, that's wow.
Wow, that's big time from Janne, saving his par.
Yeah, that must actually feel like getting a birdie.
That's super nice. Floaty putt that wouldn't have gone far past. That's something to learn from their kids.
Look at that statement.
Wow, 2 outside the circle, par save putts. And Leo with a great bogey recovery from being out of bounds off his tee shot. Hole 11, par 3, 430 feet, 131 meters. On this hole, it's really far right. So the ideal shot is to take a driver with a lot of turn, to get it up as high as you feel comfortable with and just let it glide out to the right. You don't really see too many birdies on this just because of how far right it is, but it is definitely there if you throw a shot with enough glide.
Yeah, there was only 4 birdies on this hole, 5 birdies on the last one, and when we get there, there's only 3 birdies on the next one. So you can just imagine how these 3 holes in a row play your game.
Saku looking for that big forehand, and that's pushing. Oh, tombstone. He's in the fairway right there. You can't get far enough right with a forehand, but it does put you in position for a par. And this line from Väinö, he gets a good skip, but that looked like it was coming in just a little bit too steep. Leo, Color Glow FD. It looks like that might glide. Oh, but it's just a little bit early.
And that's actually a tough spot, even though it's just about 25 meters to the basket.
So Yanni's tee shot, he was a little bit off course, but he finds himself with a good alley, and he'll be able to most likely get his par from that. Ooh, Saku pulling it a little bit right, contending with the right side, but that shot's in the past now. He'll be getting a par.
Yeah, look at this, just wall of threes. Oh, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, squeaking it through. Väinö with a really long look. Oh, wow. Great putt by Väinö. That's back-to-back outside the circle putts hit. And he's really got to keep doing that if he wants even a chance at this title.
He's giving some pressure to Leo right here.
Yeah, he just picked up 2 strokes in 2 holes, so there might be a little bit of a momentum shift right now. Hole 12, par 3, 489 feet, 149 meters. This par 3 is so tough. Basically, you want to throw the longest drive you've ever thrown through a wall of trees. So, I mean, birdies do happen on this hole, but it's either pure your line or hit the first tree and kick really far in the wrong direction. So, I believe Väinö is throwing a Prodigy D2 right here. That left side gap is probably your best bet. There is a right side gap, but it's pretty tight right now. Just pulling that a little bit right, but he's about pin high, and you see there's the paint on the circle right there. So I'll have a long look again. Janne looks like he's going for more control. He finishes a little bit left, and left side. I mean, these birch trees, they do have openings opposed to the pines, but still, he's gonna have a little bit of work to do.
Let's see how Leo does. He has not doing that well on the... Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. I hope Leo gets his mind together, because he's not getting the best from this back 9 at the moment. Oof. And it continues.
Yeah, not an easy gap right there. At least Saku is, I'd say, center of the fairway, able to get a clean shot out. Janne taking 2 different options. Wow, his forehand is just so point and shoot and smooth. It's a super difficult shot right there. This is Leo's 3rd shot. He'll be pitching up, taking a 4. So potentially, Väinö could make up 4 strokes. Oh, I guess it's only 3. 3 strokes in 3 holes, but that 6-stroke lead is now down to 3.
Yeah, the gap is a lot smaller now, so now... Oh, ooh. Saku.
That's not a good miss. It leaves some meat on the bone right there. Oh.
Saku just lost his concentration on this back 9. Just make that putt and go to the next hole. Try to play as well as you can.
Väinö with the par and Lego birdie or bogey. Hole 13, par 4, 564 feet, 172 meters. Super tight wooded hole. Basically, throw a fairway driver, mid-range, putter even, get yourself in the fairway, and then hopefully have a backhand flex shot to kind of get you out, pull a little bit right, and then the basket is finishing left. So I wouldn't say it's a bonus birdie, but it's a birdie that you're most likely not going to get.
Yeah, the gap you are seeing is about 40 meters from the tee. So if you just make that, you're in a good position. So you don't have to throw any more than 60 meters to get yourself into a birdie spot.
Janne looking to put something smooth and controlled. That pulls a little bit far left, but I think he might be able to work with that position.
Oh, Leo.
Leo pulls it right. That's not a very good position. Saku with an early release. Oh no. That's really good.
Yeah, that's in the perfect spot. Now you can choose if you want to go around the corner from the right, if you want to try to get lucky with your forehand through the pine trees.
Leo. Looks like backhand FD3.
I think that's
pulling left.
Yeah, it's before the pine trees, so he can't actually even see the basket from there.
Väinö's off the fairway, but he has a decent gap to at least push out into the field to make his approach shot easier. Janne with a forehand. This is really difficult. You can't really get that far left because you don't have enough right side to start the Anheuser out on. But looks like an outside look for him. Nice clean approach right there.
Yeah, Saku coming to the bullseye with just right angle with the disc.
Väinö probably playing a little putter here. Hitting bullseye.
So Väinö is getting a 4 and this is Leo's 4th. I wonder what's going in Leo's mind. He was ahead 6 strokes and now they're pretty much even already.
Yeah, Leo's gonna end up losing 4 strokes. Or, yeah, 4 strokes in 4 holes. Hopefully you can stop the downward spiral. Right, now moving on. We have hole 14, par 4, 718 feet, 219 meters. Ideal tee shot is a forehand that you can get really far right, or a slow turning backhand shot that lands flat. It sets you up in this position to go over the pond with a straight fairway driver, but it's super demanding because you may be somewhat out of position, but you can still think that you can get over the pond, but that's kind of when the recipe for disaster comes in.
Okay, so Saku is playing the forehand. In my opinion, the tee placement is a bit to the right, so it takes the forehand off, but he threw that pretty well, just a bit to the left.
Yeah, that's a little too straight. He wants to get a lot further right. Väinö. Turnover, that looks like it's turning over, burning out too early, and we have the thrower right there, so throwers are never good. Janne. I think that the forehand looks decent. It's pulling a little bit straight, but he's right in the middle of the fairway.
He actually got a good roll, even though it doesn't seem like that. He made the next shot a bit easier.
Oh, Leo squeaking through. He'll be just off the fairway, but it won't be too bad. He should be able to at least lay up before the pond. Saku with a great pitch out. Really good spot right there to attack. Väinö just pitching a little hyzer over. It's a great position. And Leo's attacking.
He's safe though.
Gets fortunate. And Janne is just far enough to be able to force a forehand over the water. That'll make his third shot a lot easier.
And Saku goes to backhand, which surprises me because the angle is quite easy with a forehand flex.
Absolutely. And you can play it right into the hill. Leo in another difficult position.
All Leo needs is one very good throw right now, because he's like having a momentum that he's getting only bogey. It doesn't feel very good. He's still leading though. We gotta remember that.
Leo with short approach, forehand MD2. So Janne pitching up. Saku with a long outside look. Oh, and he gets tree-9'd. Väinö would really like this. I mean, he's getting a stroke anyway, but close, but no cigar. Bogey for Saku. Bogey for Leo. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Väinö was putting for a par or birdie on his last putt. So Janne, the only one getting a stroke. Hole 15, par 5, 932 feet, 284 meters. This is a legitimate par 5, but with 2 good shots, there can be eagles. So ideally, you want to just play a shot right into this mouth, and then if you get far enough out, you can possibly play a long-range forehand. And I think Pasi has some stats. How many eagles were on this hole today?
There was total 3 eagles, so that's pretty amazing because you have to play your tee shot way close to the final gap, and it gets tighter and tighter the further you go.
Definitely a demanding hole, but it is good to know that with 2 really great shots that the eagle is there. Janne pulling a bit left. It's not a bad position though. He should have enough room to work his way around the corner.
Yeah, Janne has very good forehand, so that gets handy when you go to the woods. You can stretch out and get a good shot.
Absolutely. Having a forehand where you can work the angle, lean out, throw touch anhizers, it saves you so many strokes in the long run.
Oh, the wind played some tricks on Väinö. He's probably gonna be in good spot, but he was looking to go way further.
Leo, his first run, S-line PD. He gets it up in the wind, pulls the right side, gets a fortunate kick. I think it'll be a pretty much center fairway. See, even Väinö pulled it a little bit right. He still has a decent gap. And he's biting off a fair amount of distance.
Yeah, that's good placement from there. Now you just have to throw a forehand or a late flex with probably a mid-range. There's the DD again.
DD, and it looks like he pulls it, but it gets a good kick. That's a great position right there. I wonder if Saku will be attacking here, because I know he has a lot of distance. I think that angle is just a little too sharp. It's a little bit of a cut roll. He'll be on the right side of the fairway.
That could have been way worse. He stayed on the fairway, which is good.
I'm not sure, but it looks like Janne was opting for a mid-range, perhaps. It doesn't look like he got that fully turned.
Now we are getting closer to the lake that you can see right there, and that means the wind is going to pick up. So this green is tricky.
Yeah, Väinö just coming in super hot. Give it a little bit of ace run, but he'll be close to circle's edge now with his putt.
Oh, and Saku will like that.
Janne from the trees. He really would like to get up and down on this one. I love a putt. There is kind of a ripping headwind. So Leo kind of in an awkward position. Had the club down. We'll have a putt there, but it's super windy and you don't want to contend with that ripping headwind. Janne. Pretty far look for him. Right to left. At least it didn't go past it.
Oh, Väinö, he wanted that so much. You can see it from his face.
We're running out of holes here, so any move should be made now. And Leo not connecting. Still leave some hope for the other guys, especially going into this next hole.
It might have seemed they made an easy mistakes from the putting green, but this wind is ripping, so you can't actually know. Look at Janne's face. You can't know if it's headwind or tailwind when you putt, so you just gonna slam it and hope for the best.
Hole 16, par 4, 630 feet, 192 meters. This tee shot is really scary because the gap is only maybe like 2.5, 3 meters wide, and hitting a tree right off the tee right there, that's basically digging yourself a grave. There's so much trouble to be had on this hole, so ideally you just want to get out on the field and then just see where your second shot plays from there.
Yeah, this plays the second hardest after hole 1. The average score is 5.1, so over one stroke over the par, and only 4 birdies today.
So Leo's up by 2, Väinö and Janne are tied, and let's see how this hole shakes out, and some crazy swings could happen. And it looks like Janne has pured the gap right in the middle. That's a clutch moment for him because that's going to put pressure on Väinö and Leo. Oof.
He gets a double kick, so it's not that bad, but he just lost a stroke. That's only getting a bogey right now.
Ooh, does Leo? He kicks right. He bites off a fair amount of distance, but he'll still have some work to do. Luckily, Väinö was a good patent pending from the knee. Finds himself shooting his 3rd shot from the field. Leo with a crazy drift.
That's a great spot to be. You have to play it quite far from the gap if you want to get an access to the green. Like this where Väinö is right now, it's extremely difficult to get to the green. He got some luck, but that's 15 meters from the basket.
This is a big moment for Janne right now. He really would like to put something up there. That's getting distant.
Look at that.
Ooh, that's huge. He has a green hit. Green hit when Väinö and Leo are scrambling for their par or bogey.
And just like that, Janne is surprising you how well he's playing. He's going bogey free already and getting the birdies when he can. He's playing extremely conservative is probably the word to put on here.
Wow, so the best Leo can do now is bogey. Assuming he doesn't throw it in. When he pushes past outside this circle. Väinö with a pitch up.
Okay, now Leo, let's make this happen.
Wow, that's a big moment because Janne is going to be putting for his birdie. So there's a good chance that it's going to be tied up after this hole.
Yeah, Leo showed some motions. That was the one good shot that he was waiting for. And that probably makes him feel a bit better and makes him throw the last hole pretty well.
There it is, birdie. I mean, Leo staying strong, making sure that he doesn't lose that lead, but we have a tie ball game now. Hole 17, par 3, 351 feet, 107 meters. One of the coolest disc golf greens I've seen. Just kind of built up to a flat platform. You probably have, I don't know, maybe 7-8 meters around the basket, and then another mound where the basket sits on. So interesting things can happen on this hole since there is a lot of rollaway potential.
And as you can see, Leo and Janne are tied at the moment. Leo just had a bogey, but he made a good putt, so let's see if he can manage to get to the green on this one.
Janne.
Oh, Janne.
Pulls it far right. And he's got to hope that Leo throws an errant shot, but there's a big opportunity for Leo to get the lead back. But it seems like the wind is doing things that are really kind of unpredictable right now. He has an MD2 in his hand.
Yeah, pretty sure about that. C-line, let's see if that fades. It's looking good.
That's really good. Almost a bullseye hit. I think there's a pretty good chance that he'll be taking back his lead. But Janne with about as good of his approach as you can throw.
Yeah, he's facing it just that tap in for his par, which is very good after that tee shot.
Väinö needing to make this if he wants any sort of chance.
And look at that, that's a true player there hunting for the win. He didn't go any safer than he usually does.
Absolutely. He knows he has what it takes, so he's hungry and he's gunning for it. Leo with a birdie, showing some emotion. He's getting excited right now.
Yeah, 2 fist bumps on 2 holes.
So 3 pars, 1 birdie. Hole 18, par 3, 322 feet, 98 meters. You have the first initial gap with a small OB creek. Ideally, you want to throw a forehand that fades towards the basket. It's one of the easier holes on the course, so after a tough round, you can have a pretty good possibility of ending with a birdie. Leo, all he really needs to do is get it out there and put the pressure on Janne.
That looks good. Oh, he just hit the tree and another. So birdie's gone pretty much right now, and if Janne can manage to get to the green, this will get interesting.
Saku looks like he misses everything, and green hit.
Yeah, that's pretty much where all the shots land. It's 9 or 8 meters to the basket from there.
Here's a big moment. Looks to be Janne's made it through.
Oh, and he's on the top of the hill. That's very good. That's 5 meters.
Wow. So Leo, wow, there's a lot of pressure on him now. Okay, so Väinö, he's a ways back. He's approaching, a little putter turnover. Oh. And his dreams of the 2018 Nationals are pretty much not there anymore.
Yeah, I know the feeling. He was there only for the win, and now when he knows that he's gone.
Oh my goodness. That would have been to seal the deal.
That was a ballsy putt.
He knows if he lays up, he has the tie no matter what, but... Oh man.
Okay, Saku, show the audience that you can putt, and there you go.
Training. That's a solid finish by Saku. Alright, this is the moment right here to push the playoff. Oh no.
it's hard to watch this. We were on the stage looking this, and well, that happens. That's disc golf.
Yeah, everyone was pretty sad to see that happen because you know Janne is a great guy. He worked really hard, but there it is. Leo Piironen, your 3-time Finnish champion, and showing some love there. Friends, Power Grip team members. Leo did it. Rising up to the occasion once again, showing that he is one of the best European players. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, Leo played the start of this year very poorly, I would say. He didn't do any good, and he's kind of the guy who wakes up when the summer comes, and on the big competitions he always plays well.
Absolutely. Here's some stats. Leo leading in green hits. Inside the circle putting. If you remember, front nine, everyone was at 100%, so everyone had some of the struggles. But Leo keeping it strong. Leo, 0% bullseye hits. Janne with the highest percentage. Bullseye hits don't really come very common out on the Tampere Disc Golf Center. And outside the circle putts, you saw Leo showcasing a few of those at crucial times. So
yeah, Leo had 5 bogeys on 7 holes, and all he needed was that good putt on hole 16, which got him back on rails, and then he got a birdie and made the victory.
So first place, Leo Piironen. Second place, Janne Hirsimäki. Third place, Väinö Mäkelä. So this was the 2018 Finnish National Championship played at the Tampere Disc Golf Center. I hope all of you enjoyed watching, and make sure you subscribe to SpinTV to see more content like this. And it's been really fun. Congratulations once again to our champion, Leo Piironen.
Yeah, and if this course looked easy, go out and try, and you know it's not.
All right, guys, keep on dreaming.
See ya.